Here's what I don't get. You could have got that kid from Maryland in the third round, fourth round. There were a ton of safeties that were in this recent NFL draft. And it's like linebackers, running backs, and safeties are like excluded from Howie's thought process of bringing guys like that in. It kind of boggles the mind a little bit here. Hey, Eagle defensive friends, people who, and you did this, okay? And you guys addressed this, and you're right. How do you say that guy's name? Tarf? He's lucky to make the team. Okay? He may not make the team. He might not make the team. The safety position is a problem for the Eagles right now. Now, because the play of what I think the linebackers are going to do this year and your front four, I think, and your corners, Epps is your best option back there, in my opinion. Remember, I told you this. I'm kind of impressed with Marcus Epps. I'm kind of impressed with him. Yeah, that kid Tart is not cutting it. He's not cutting it. The whole safety position is just not very good. And here's what I don't get. Yeah, hey, here's what I don't get. You could have got that kid from Maryland in the third round, fourth round. There were a ton of safeties that were in this recent NFL draft. And it's like linebackers, running backs, and safeties are like excluded from Howie's thought process of bringing guys like that in. It kind of boggles the mind a little bit here. And get this, the entire room of safeties is not very good. They haven't addressed it at all. And he thought he'd go out and make a deal and a trade for him to bring the guy in, and it kind of looks like exactly what San Francisco said about him. Man, I don't know. No, we're going to move on from him. We want to uptick and upgrade. I don't think he's very good. I thought with the amount of playing that he had over the last couple of years, I mean, he was on the field for 70+% of the plays of the 49ers, and that's a pretty good unit. And so superficially, you're going to go like this. Well, he's on a good unit. They were playing against the Rams. I mean, then you got to watch, and you have to look on film to see if the guy is a guy that can fit into your system. But they've done a poor job with the safety position. Completely a poor job with it. Will it be a factor this year? God, hey, Mike. Wes Hopkins, Andre Waters. Wow. Hey, you put Wes Hopkins and Andre Waters in that secondary with that defense, you're looking at gangrene 2.0. Well, I don't know if you have the nastiness of Seth in there. There ain't anybody like Seth. And I don't know if, I have to take that back, man. Come on, Clyde Simmons and Reggie and Jerome. Not happening. That group ain't near that. I'll take that back. I apologize. That ain't happening. I saw that team front and center, and I saw that team, and I saw that defense front and center. And I was on the field when I'll take that back. That's not cool. Sorry. Besides questions about Hurts, I think special teams, safety special teams, can it come back to haunt you? Maybe. How old is Cam Chancellor? Good one, D-Train. Cam. Hey, man, got anything left? Hey, 215, Clyde, Reggie, and Jerome. Oh, God, you couldn't pay them guys today. You couldn't pay those guys then. I'll always tell you guys this, and I promise you, OG, Jerome doesn't die. Reggie doesn't leave. Okay? Reggie doesn't leave. Then they probably run it back a couple more years. But I don't know if Norman Brandman would have paid Reggie the money he wanted. I just don't know. Waters couldn't stay on the field. Waters couldn't be on the field today because you know why? The NFL would fine his ass. You think Andre Waters and Wes Hopkins could play in today's NFL? I don't know about that. You think Seth, too, with those hits that he had on them linebackers, man? I don't know. I don't know about that. Hey, something else here. Something else here. Is Howie going to extend TJ Edwards at the end of the year? Or is he going to do what he did last year with Dallas Goedert and Jordan Mailata and in season offer him a contract extension? I wonder what he's waiting for. Miles Sanders is not getting a deal. He's toast. Okay? He's toast. He's going into a final year here. TJ Edwards. You think by the by? Howie might remember something here. Why would you extend a guy? You just drafted a guy to take the guy's job, TJ Edwards. Why would you do that? I think this kid Kyzir White's going to be a baller. Matt, you're not getting Kareem Hunt. Not after the suspension. He will extend TJ Edwards or Kyzir. So he doesn't do both, Mr. International. Interesting. So you think Howie goes into it, and by the time week 7 hits, Howie's going to do this. It's either Kyzir White or it's TJ Edwards that I extend. Why not extend both? Why not solidify your defense? Probably get a home cooking deal too. Why not do both? Dominique goes, word is, in practice, Jalen was cooking. Bet he was. Bet he was. They were talking on Birds 365 about how TJ Edwards will have the dot on his helmet making the calls for the defense. Well, you traditionally want a guy that's going to be a 3-down player having that dot on his helmet. Remember that. Nobody gets the dot that comes off on 3rd down. So the most effective 3rd down guy, or I should say 3-down guy, usually gets the dot. And I would say that Jonathan Gannon probably is going to drop that on a linebacker. And Edwards is a pretty smart kid. And I think he changed the entire defense in the second half of the season once they put him in the starting lineup. So I think he probably gets the dot. Now, look, I think Nakobe Dean, can he work himself into some playing time? Yeah, of course he's going to. Dean makes White expendable. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. He's just picking up the defense now. Musa, you're making it sound like he's outplayed Kyzir White. He has not outplayed Kyzir White. As a matter of fact, Nakobe Dean will start the season on the bench. So he's made him expendable. How? Usually when you make somebody expendable, you take their gig. ESP says, is that like ESPN or ESP? Or your ESP? Well, I don't know. 49 TDs and 5 picks. That's some year, man. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. That's what I'm saying. Xander said it too. People in camp, and I think so too. Tracy Rocker told me, this Kyzir White guy, better than advertised. Kyzir White's been the most impressive guy in training camp. You want to get rid of him? I don't know about that. Let me tell you something. You put Kyzir White on the open market right now, and you ask for a draft choice for him, I think you get a second or third rounder for the guy. Maybe a third. I think you get a third rounder for the guy. Leading tackler last year in the Chargers. Not that they were spectacular in stopping the run. Chargers will miss him. I agree, 215. I completely agree. Someone will get picked off the Eagle roster. What did I see about Bradbury? I thought somebody put something about Bradbury up there. Bradbury's got to earn. Me personally, with this talent, you got to be a passing team. It's no way around it. 55-45, I'm thinking that's what you're talking percentage for Hurts to shine and be a guy that's in the future here. I completely agree with you. They're not practicing the run game. They're going to throw the ball. They are going to throw the ball. There's no getting around it. Elliott Shore Parks. He's doing his job, though. Hey, give him credit. He's there every day. He's doing his job. Big Sills can't do you can't say any crap about a guy who shows up and has passion for what he does. I can't do that. Hey, it's all good. It's all fun, too. I'm sure he's a quality kid. 60-40? Bradbury is the question. Depends what kind of contract he wants. Well, I would think that he would want something in a range of about $15 million a year. How he ain't doing that? 60-40? So you think that this Eagle team is going to be a 60-40 passing team? Wow, man, why get away? Why get away from what you do best? I'll never understand that. You play into the hands of your weakness. And some are going like this. Well, Sills, our passing game's not our weakness. How do you know that? I know your running game's not. How do you know that? Wouldn't you want to bring this in and test it out first and get the game going? Own the Lions right out of the gate? Start throwing the ball? No, they're going to do what they did last year in their 2-5 start. Why would you repeat history? Hey, Sills, remember 89 Capital City comeback? Randall and Carter and Quick. Whew. Jerome dominated that game, man. He was such a force in that game. I had a great conversation that week with him talking about that. That was one of his great games. Shores equals Sills. Thanks, Matt. Okay. Hey, I got to take a timeout. What to expect from this Browns team? And what I think the Eagles should work on and what you guys should take a look at. This is what I want to see on Sunday versus the Browns, okay? And I don't really care who's in there. I'm going to tell you what I want to see against the Browns. Don't forget my friends at Morgan & Morgan, where the fee is free. Means this. If you're hurt or injured on the job, one of the most important things that you could possibly do is to hire a law firm that has your best interest at heart. Nobody is going to intimidate Morgan & Morgan or John Morgan and his people with over 800 attorneys in offices in Philadelphia, New York, and in Florida. There's no such thing as a fender bender or a small case. For the people is not a slogan. This is who they are. Call them at 800-512-1600. That's 800-512-1600. The call is free. The consultation's free. 800-512-1600. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. And do me a favor, tell them Big Sil sent you.
After a car crash, the big insurance companies you see advertising on TV, they may try to downplay your case and might say it's only a fender bender or it's just a herniated disc. I worry that some law firms fall for this BS. Not us. We put ourselves in your shoes and ask, what would it be like to be in your pain for the rest of our lives? $1 million wouldn't be enough for me. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.